The Heartmaps activity is a participatory art activity, which means the participants will create something. So the Heartmaps already tells you that you will create a map, and that map will be created from a journey that is made by following your heart. So you will need some materials for this. And we suggest that each of your groups, so you have to divide in groups of 4, so each of your groups will have one bag with the materials inside. So you need a phone for each group, and you need to know how to check the GPS coordinates of each place you stop. You will have a few stops. You need 4 of these stickers, so you will have 4 stops where you stick your stickers. So you need 4 of them. And we also prepare a kind of guide that will help you if you get lost. What was it to do after? You can just follow this and tells you all that you have to do from the moment you start until the moment you make your map. So you can download this and take it with you. You need a blank page for your map. You need some colors and you need a pen to take notes. So now you have your materials, you have the groups formed. Before you start to create your heart map and following your heart, which we do through wandering, before we start, we just need to connect with our heart GPS, as we call it. So you sit down and you be in silence for 2 minutes, the whole group, and that's it. After the 2 minutes, you divide in your groups of 4, and without a destination, you start wandering. So you start walking. Nobody is leading, nobody is following. Somehow it happens. At a certain point, one of the participants will feel that he wants to stop in that exact spot. And so he stops the group. I want to stop here. And the first thing you do is to find a visible place to put your sticker, so eye level preferably, and that is an area that the sticker will not fall easily. And then the second thing to do is to check your GPS coordinates of that spot. So now the person who stopped the group will propose an action for connection with one of the 4 possible dimensions of the area. So either you propose an action to connect with the nature, either you propose an action to connect with the people that are inhabiting the place or with the people of your group, either you propose an action to connect with the invisible part of the spot or with the shadow part of the spot, either you propose an action to connect with the artistic part or the beauty of the place. So what could be a simple action? To connect with, let's say, a tree, so nature, could be as simple as hug the tree for 2 minutes. You don't have to do a complex activity. We advise to propose something very simple and accessible to all. Because after you do your map, it will be available for other people to follow it, including your activities, so it should be very accessible. As an example of an activity for connection with people could be look in the eyes of the person for 1 minute, could be walk into the coffee shop and ask the owner what was behind his idea of opening, or ask somebody, how are you in the coffee, or you create. An example of connection with the invisible, usually you close your eyes and then something else you can propose, and how you connect with the invisible. An example for connecting with beauty, if you are in a viewpoint and you have a landscape, you can just appreciate the colors of it. You create the details of your action and propose it to the group. The group does the action and you start wandering again, and then you stop again, and so on for 4 stops. After the 4 stops, you have no more stickers. You will wander more until your final destination. How do you know when it is to stop? At this point, the 4 participants already stopped the group, so now the whole group will stop the group. So you have to connect with the group heart GPS. So you walk as a group as much as possible, and when you feel this is where you want to stop as a final destination, you stop. You take your GPS coordinates, you find a nice place to sit down for a while. You stay in silence for 5 minutes and let the whole journey experience come into you. Whatever your body felt, wherever you listened, wherever came to your mind, whatever interaction, just let it come. Don't need to remember everything, just let it come. And after these 5 minutes of silence, it is time to represent your map in the paper. So the first thing you do is to mark your 6 points. So the starting point and then the 4 stops in order. So you need to tell us which dimension you choose first. Was it the nature? Was it the art? So you represent that, and then how did it felt it walk? If it was curvy, if it was straight, and then your final destination. So the first starting point, the 4 stops, and the final destination. And now you have the points marked, and you have signaled the 4 activities you did. And what do you need now? Now you have still a lot of space. And now you complete your map by putting here anything that was part of your holistic experience. So anything that you felt in the emotional part, anything that came to your mind, anything that you talk or you thought, anything that your body felt, so body-wise, how was the journey, anything that enlighten your spirit, so if you have any insights or something like that. And how you put that on the paper is up to you. It's the creative part of your map. So you have your colors and you can use them, and sometimes some people like to express through words in a kind of poem, or it's really up to you. Just remember that other people will look at that, and that will be kind of it's not that they will follow your feelings, but they will see what was present in your journey. So after that, you go to the to this kind of code, and you have a form where you register your coordinates, where you register your actions, where you give some feedback of how it was to wander and stop activity, and you photograph, or if you can, you scan your map, so we have it available. And then your map is online, is part of the Heartmaps, and anyone from that neighborhood, from that place, any tourist who comes to visit that place can pick up your map and follow it and do the activities for connection that you propose. And so this Heartmaps is also a way for people to connect, especially now with the social distance necessity for the COVID pandemic. So this is a way for us to connect with each other through your activities of connection, and simultaneously with the place through creative process. And also maybe it inspires some of your followers, map followers, to create their own map. Maybe you can follow other maps. So this is the activity of the Heartmaps. It finishes when you finish your map. And if you want to talk about the activity, how it was and so on, you also can put it in the Google form. Thank you.